Ladies and gentlemen, let's start this. Hello, Draft House, and welcome to a Toonkind at 12 frames per second. My name is Launch, and I will be playing Rhode is hyphen and tonight. And joining me for this lovely FPS is
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, I'm Van, partner of the lovely Lewis and Prim, apparently.
and you will be playing
And I'll be playing Mersel the Magic Man.
Mersel the Magic Man. You can tell we have planned a lot for tonight. We're very good at this. I'm very prepared for words.
Yeah, yeah, what, are you insinuating otherwise?
Um, but it is a relatively normal night at Dodo Studios. Shooting for Star Cause is well underway. Um, and it's going pretty well. But tonight is a rather quiet night as we find these two on the roof and looking up at the cloudy sky. And they're both looking for the same thing. But the stars aren't out tonight, for there are far too many clouds for either of them to go stargazing, each with their own reason. But alone on the rooftop, both of them kind of just sit there, looking up.
I don't, uh, I don't think we'll be able to see any stars tonight, Rowan.
But I wanted to see stars.
Well, and Sel just gestures at like the cloud cover, which is like extremely dense and thick. Let's be honest. I uh, I don't see any way for us to be able to see them through that.
Hmm. All right, hold on. I got an idea. And she's gonna take out her gun. As is tradition, whenever there's a problem, the first thing you do is take out your gun. Uh, and she is going to hold it up to where her eyes would be as she concentrates very hard, and the energy coalesces at the very barrel of the gun, and she fires an eldritch blast into the clouds, attempting to penetrate them. And it doesn't work. She can't fire up that high.
I'm just imagining. Actually, launch just for the fun of it. Can you roll me something?
What am I rolling?
Just roll me a D2.
Okay. This is not the wrong server. Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Okay, that's a one. You know how you said the Eldritch Blast doesn't reach that far?
Mhm.
Instead of fizzling out, it like kind of curves and like falls back down. And like
Huh.
both of them just watch as like this bolt of magic like falls into the distance. There's like a little explosion. You hear like a cat caterwauling and sirens.
Probably fine.
Yeah, I'm sure
Hopefully.
it's fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Let's not do that again.
No, I think yeah, I put the gun away for the evening. I think I've exhausted the gun option. So I guess we go plan B, which stands for broom.
Oh,
Get on.
he's looking at the broom and he's just getting all right. I guess I'm getting on, and he does get on it. Does he have to roll anything considering how much fucking taller he is compared to Road?
Depends. The broom is kind of flexible. It seems to anticipate new riders and just go with it. Um, do you think that Cell's gonna have problem keeping their balance on the broom?
I don't know. I kind of want to just for the heck of it.
Do it.
I'll roll dexterity just for fun. That's a little treat.
The little dex as a treat. Oh,
Okay,
easy peasy.
yeah, that's a 19.
Easy peasy. You know that scene in Kiki's Delivery Service when she's just setting out on her journey and she's got the broom and her hair is all buffeting everywhere as she's trying to get liftoff.
Oh
You
my
get
god.
something like that since, Cell is a Ghiblian, if I'm correct, right?
Yep, yep, yep.
Even though it is Rhode that is, driving this plane, so to speak. She's like, "Y'all ready? We're gonna d" I mean, "You afraid of
Yeah.
heights?" I probably should have asked that first, but, like,
No, not really.
"Alright, cool,
Not
good," and then
really.
she just rockets upwards.
And he just like with a 19, he holds on very well.
Very, very skilled.
And road rockets upwards, and I'm assuming she immediately like flies up and like stabs through the cloud cover.
Oh, very of course, like a bullet through something.
Like a bullet through Swiss cheese,
Like
the
a
two of
bullet
them
through
punch through the cloud cover. There is for a moment, for a split second, a road and cell like shaped hole in like the cloud cover before like it closes up behind them.
Well, that was
And
easier than I expected.
and then they just go up and up until they burst through like the cover and like it's clear skies and the stars and the moon, they're above the clouds.
And it's so very peaceful up here. You can kinda tell Rhode seems to relax a little bit. Normally, she's very much go, go, go all the time, but even up here, she seems to kinda just relax everything for once.
Cell has been gripping on like probably both the broom and road while like the whole thing was going on. But now he kind of like loosens his grip a little and kind of leans back to allow himself to look at the stars.
It's mighty pretty all the time up here.
Do you go and look at the stars like this often?
I mean, occasionally. More of a hobby, so if I ain't in the city moon, cause like, in the city, you got the city lights and stuff, and it's just kinda hard to see all the stars from there, but, back at, country house, I'm home with my parents.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's quite hard to look at the stars from Toontown.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to Ghibli or DreamWorks? The night sky there is very pretty.
I've heard. I ain't ever gone none. I usually stick to Billstown.
Willstown, huh? Well, I have seen the night sky here and there.
All so different, but it's all the same thing. It's weird, but it's nice.
And he grins at Road. There is some kind of like comfort in there. That no matter where two people are, they're always looking at the same sky.
Yeah. There's always something out there under the sky that you can find.
hmm And Cell is actually taking out like a book from within this coat and is flipping it open. It's just like a regular book, and it has like pictures of constellations and stars as he's looking around and trying to like spot him.
What did you get?
And he's looking. I don't see any constellations at the moment, but if I'm pretty sure that if we fly forward a little more, I'll be able to see my patron star.
Wait, what? Your patron's a star?
And like Sal just kind of looks at her and roll perception.
Road dialing.
18. All right, Road, you see the star pinned on his hood. You see the star motif like in his boots. You see like the star patterns like in the gold underside of his like hat. You see the stars in his eyes as he opens them to look at you.
I didn't know that.
I thought that it was kind of obvious.
I mean, I'm the blue moon witch, but I ain't the moon ain't my patron none.
No,
That'd be cool
well,
though.
I guess that's fair. Your patron's a tree, I think? You told me that?
Yeah! True.
Tree. And he, like, looks up at the stars in the back room. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like a tree patron's more unbelievable than a star one.
What do you mean? A tree I can, like, touch and feel and stuff. Stars all the way up there. I don't think I can get all the way up there, none.
Well, hmm. Well, I suppose my patron and I didn't actually go all the way up to the stars. It's more like my patron came for me.
So, was it shooting star? Then how'd it get back up in the sky?
I don't know. Pra- well, I didn't even know she was a star when I first met her.
You can just see the loading bar. What?
Rode has
How do you
no
not
idea
know
who's Cell
this?
talking about.
No, none at all.
And Cell's just like oblivious, like he's humming as he's looking through the book and looking at the stars around.
How did you not know it was a star though? Because I mean, if I saw like floating motes of light, I mean, maybe I'd mistake it for a floating mode of light and not a star. But then the star's back up there, so then how you?
Well, she didn't look like a star when I first met her. She was, mm, and then he kind of like looks over her shoulder and roll perception.
Road, are you looking, honey? No, she's busy conversing.
All right. He looks over her shoulder and then Rhodey just like, oh, actually, that's it. Like, Rhode, look, that's the wishing star. And her brother, I suppose, but and he points and like you do see like the two like stars. Like, hold on, I have a picture of this. Like you do see road, you look forward and you do see like this pair of stars, like kind of ranged diagonally from each other.
But then how do you know they're the stars if they weren't the stars when you met them? Like, how'd they
Well,
get down there and back up?
hmm, like Cell's looking at Road and it's like, how do I explain this? Well, my patron is the Wishing Star, right? Have you heard of her?
Let's see. Road, have you heard of her? No.
No.
Nah. I mean, I heard about Wish Upon a Star, but I don't think there's like a specific star you're supposed to do that on or none.
Oh, Wish Upon a Star, huh? That's actually the name of one of her hymns.
A what?
That's the name of one of her hymns, religious song. When you wish upon a star. But
Oh, she's got her own theme song?
I suppose you can call it that. Yes. Well,
Man!
most gods and goddesses do, but well,
What? They do?
they do. They do. I
Next, you're gonna
and
be
then
like, yeah, I know her name too.
well, she does have a name, the Wishing Star. She has a lot
That's
of
her like actual name?
She has a lot of names, I know. Some regions call her Lady Nightlight, some of them call First Star. I know Second Star Warlocks call her the Evening Star.
Why don't they call her the second star?
Because the Second Star is a different god.
There's too many stars. I like all of them. And she just looks around her with the mindset that every single one of these is some sort of deity, and she's just like, "Ah, there's too many.
No,
There's too
no,
many."
Rose, no, it's fine, Rose. Not every star has a deity associated with them.
But you said that she was a star. Is she a
Yeah,
star or is she associated with a star?
and like he actually like thinks about that. I think it's, hmm, I don't actually know the answer to that. But when I saw her true form at one time, she does like, I think she's just a manifestation of that. I think the star is just like, and he like gestures at it. I think the star is just I think this, I think it's both. I don't I don't know very well.
I don't know much none either. This is all new information to me. Hammer sales patron! She waves at it.
Road, you're not sure, but you could almost swear like the star like twinkles a little.
Points. Giant grin on her face. I think she said hi.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
And
well,
Hammer sales patron's brother star thing.
well, second star is not my DD character, so I can't say anything. But I'm pretty sure, like wherever he is, he heard that.
Wait, is that the one with the second star then?
Yeah, that's the second star. But
How many
well,
stars? Is she the first star then? He's the second one. She just points to one that's relatively close. That's the third one. That's the fourth one. That's the fifth one. That's the sixth one. That's the seventh one.
this has the same energy as that one meme where it's just like count every grain of sand in the desert.
Yeah.
So actually, let's keep going for a bit because this is so funny.
That's the 29th one. Oh no, wait. I think that one's the 27th one.
Road, it's fine.
I
Not
lost track. I lost track.
road, it's fine. Don't overthink it.
Overthinking. We're talking to the stars.
I don't think every single star is sentient. Most of them aren't.
But you don't know that. I didn't know that any stars were sentient. None until just now. So how do we know that there's a whole bunch of other stars that ain't just out there sentient like and all that?
I bro, and he like, I don't think that's. Tell me about your patron. Like he's desperately trying to distract Ruth before she overthinks herself into an existential
Is
crisis.
she? I mean, she very much is. Um, I mean, it's not a star. She nods
Well,
like that's satisfactory information.
well, it's a tree, right? But I
Yeah,
don't think you ever told me like anything else besides that.
I mean, it's a tree.
Oh, how how did you even get into a pact with a tree?
Well, you see, I was like, I ain't from Well, none. I was out in real kind world and all that
Oh,
stuff.
really?
Yeah, yeah, not fun. But found a Toonkind tree on accident, grown out in real kind world, and I was like, well, that's nifty. I'm gonna make myself a broom. And she pats her broom. And she's like, and she might have helpful some. But then next thing I know, I could conjure weapons out of thin air and all that jazz, and ta-da!
Huh, that's well, I suppose that's a very neat way to get a pact.
I mean, yeah, you seem to, like, know more about your patron than I know about mine.
I know enough, I suppose, but and here like he looks at the star and then back at Road. But I don't pre- I don't want to I don't want to give you the impression that I know everything about her because I very much do not.
I mean, heck, you know her name and you've, like, met her. That's something.
I suppose so. Although, and like he murmured something and actually wrote like, make a perception check to see if you hear it. When he wrote, you hear him
It's
murmur
quiet
under
up
his
here.
breath. You hear him murmur under his breath, very soft, almost like unhearable. If I have a nickel for every time I met the god.
How many ho what? How many gods you meet?
So like, Saul is looking away.
Come on, I don't get to meet none gods, none. I wanna know.
I've met the. And he starts counting on his fingers. 2, 3.
As soon as it gets past 1, Rhodes is just like, "What?"
His finger count like stops at 4. Rogue?
I ain't met one. Like, in person, none. Y'all out here meeting 4?
I don't think that's a regular occurrence. I'm pretty sure most people are lucky to even have met one.
I mean, it's cool. What are they like? How'd you meet them? I wanna know.
Well, one of them's my patron. I met
Yeah, how'd you
her
meet
when
her? We can start with that one.
I met her when I fell asleep in one of her chapels. And when I woke up, there was this lady who asked me questions, and I answered her questions, and apparently I was interesting enough that she revealed herself as the wishing star and offered me a pact.
Oh man, see if I get asked questions by a random stranger, I'd probably kick him in the shins and say stranger danger and start running. But that's
Oh
what I would
no.
have done when I was like when I'm in my contract age, but
Well, that's the thing though. I don't normally answer random questions from random strangers either. It's just I'm pretty sure she did something to make me more willing to.
that's kind of whack.
Goddesses, gods and goddesses are kind of like that. Um,
No, I ain't met any.
and he takes off another one. The second one was Misfortune. Have you heard of her?
Like the concept of misfortune.
No, the god. This tall black cat, red eyes. Has Road heard of Misfortune?
Heard the name.
All right. Well, she is. I met her in the under a bus stop.
Man, it's great to know that even the gods use public transportation.
I suppose so. As far as I know, Misfortune's one of the goddesses or deities who likes mingling with mortals the most.
Oh, it's real nifty, some. Ah, you can just like see that now she's like, maybe I can meet her.
So sweating. She wasn't mean. She's very off-putting. Interesting.
Sometimes you just gotta be nice to someone and then they'll be nice back. They just gotta, you gotta, get off your hand before they offer theirs.
Um, Perhaps, but well, that's the second goddess. The third goddess is I'm not quite, and here you France. I'm not quite sure how much I can say, considering how I met her, because it involved quite a few other people. But she's the goddess of memory, as far as I know.
Did she, like, wipe your memory of her?
Hey, roll inside.
Road,
Roll,
Road, you
roll.
accidentally figured something out.
Oh fuck, roll. You see like Cell actually kind of like wince. No, she didn't. She didn't wipe my memory of her. But like he put too much emphasis on off her and not enough emphasis on wipe his memory. So like you kind of get the feeling that she did wipe like his memory, but it didn't stick or something.
Hmm. Road files this away for later. Maybe it'll stick.
And the fourth one, I actually do you know Bon?
No?
Our medic, the guy who works in the infirmary, tall, real kind of.
We've got an infirmary?
Have you never gone to the infirmary before?
I usually just slap a band-aid on myself.
Well, I'm honestly surprised the engineer and the others let you get away with that.
She just kinda, like, shrugs.
Do they do they know that you don't go to the infirmary?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I've been to the infirmary, maybe I haven't. If she had eyes, it would be very shifty.
Bro, are you saying that whenever you get injured, you never you don't seek medical attention?
Just good. I mean, usually I'll slap a band-aid on, or someone will come out and be like, "Hey, maybe drink this potion of healing and don't get yourself hit none." I usually don't go places.
Uh, I guess that's fair. Most of the time, people go to the infirmary of their own volition, or if they get hurt really badly. But well, I guess you've never seen Bond. Surely you've seen him around at the very least. He's not
I
exactly
mean,
like
considering
hard to
how
miss.
long it took me to find you, I don't know anymore.
All right, Bond's the. Sorry. Ah, shit. Sorry, Lewis. I'm trying to like remember, but I slip up. Bond, they're the they're the person who works at the med bay.
Wait, are they straight up a god?
No, they aren't. But they're a
Oh,
follower of a death god, as far as I know. And apparently, I've met this god before, disguised as one of the owls.
wait, if you've made when? Wait, what? If you've made one of them disguised and all, I mean, maybe I met one of them disguised as an all. I don't know how to feel about that. Is death god? What? What- what-
I and like Sal just gives her a shrug, like he shrugs, like shrug emoji. S- as far as I remember, there's like the way you can tell when it's him. Bond's got, I think, something about mismatched eyes and a mark on their forehead.
I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember this something fierce. And next time I encounter with mismatched eyes, I'm just gonna be extra polite some.
I think that's a good idea, probably.
Were they
Any not?
nice?
Well, yes, they were. I didn't know they were a god. I just treated them like a regular owl.
I mean, fair does it, but also, like, you can be a regular person and not be very nice.
That's true. But they were nice. Very
That's
chatty,
good.
but nice. But that's all. That's all for.
Hey, it's A lot.
Just lucky, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Sh I don't even know how much you accumulate that much luck.
Well, my patron is a luck goddess.
You could see Ro just kinda, like, thinking for a second, and she's about to say something, she's like, "Oh, no, wait, no, I shouldn't bring that one up." She's a
Mhm.
luck goddess?
Yeah, she is. You've heard of wishing upon a star, right?
Yeah.
Hoping that something will happen, hoping for good luck.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
she gives luck, and I'm just assuming here, hopefully I don't get, like, struck down on if I'm wrong. I'm assuming this Miss Fortune, lady, uh, does not that?
Well, he's thinking, well, technically there's a luck trinity in Nyquil.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, there are three of them. Have you heard of Lady Luck? Road honey, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know she was, like, a patron nun.
Mm, well, I regardless, there is a luck trinity. There's Lady Luck who symbolizes the payoff, good luck, payoff, good luck. He starts like thinking hard and like ticking it off on his fingers. Payoff, good luck, reward, inevitability, destiny, fate, all those kind of things. Yeah.
That's a lot of things.
We have my patron, the wishing star, who's who's the patron of hard work, making your own luck. Hard work, making your own luck, passive luck, and pursuing your desires.
My misfortune's the haha suck kinda luck.
A bit. She's risk and reward, and to some extent bad luck, but it's more like hmm, it's more like anything that can happen will happen with her. Anything good that can happen will happen, but anything bad that can happen will happen as well.
It's like Murphy's Law, but more.
Mhm. He's nodding.
Hey, you think they go, like, incognito sometimes?
Incognito?
Yeah, like, as people?
I know Miss Fortune does. I I think the Wishing Star does every once in a while, but not often. I'm not quite so sure about Lady Luck.
Ah, shoot, alright, well, there goes my wild conspiracy theory.
What was your conspiracy theory, may I know?
I mean, well, now I'm just gonna sound dumb if I say it, 'cause no, it's dumb.
Aw, come on, tell me. I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, you can just see her, like, she wants to be like, "Conspiracy theory." And she's just like, fine." Well, cause like alright. Like, very famous movie star, right?
Yes.
Failed the song "Danger." He was, like, one of the luckiest people alive. What if he was actually Lady Luck in disguise?
I That's that's an interesting theory.
Like I said, I know it's a dumb theory because you just say she don't go in disguise or nothing, but, like, that was the first thing that popped into my head.
No, that's an understandable theory, but well, Hilda Songdanger has a mortal family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has a family. I'm certain that, well, that professor, I think. I don't actually know if he's related to Delta Song Danger, but I can kind of vaguely remember.
I don't know who that professor is, not gonna lie, none.
Hmm. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Delta Song Danger is not Lady Luck in disguise.
There goes my crazy theory.
Mhm.
Oh well.
It is a fun theory, though, Rose.
I mean, yeah, whatever. All this new look patron stuff. She like
Did,
throws her hands in the air and then quickly rebalances the broom.
did you well, did you not know about this before?
I mean, like, not that much. I didn't really pay attention none to like patrons and stuff. I don't pay attention to my patron.
I guess that's fair. Have you never gone back to visit that tree of yours ever since you left Brian Club?
Go leave an Inkwell? You kidding, right?
I alright. I suppose that's fair.
Nah, I
Do
wouldn't.
you?
I wouldn't want to leave Inkwell.
Hmm,
Ah,
I've
did
never
you know
actually.
I got invited to this by all means very stupid real kind party? It was a
Oh,
handwritten invitation. It's like, "Rhody is happening. You're invited to this fancy invitation by Lady Comba, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh heck no!" And then I threw it out.
oh, that's such a shame. What kind of party was it?
I don't know. I didn't go. It was real kind of territory. So I was like, "Heck no!"
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. Hmm. But I don't have room to talk. I've never been out of Einquell myself.
I mean, you ain't missing out on much, none. Let me tell you that it's really not that. There's nothing out there that isn't better here for us people.
Well, there's real kind.
Exactly.
Can I roll inside?
Yeah.
Hey, fucking, you know what? This is an FPS. I might as well. I'm using luck point. 16.
Yeah, she doesn't seem too terribly fond of the real kind or being outside of Anquil.
Yeah, so takes a look at this and it's like, ah. And he's just, well, if it's worth anything, I'm glad you're in Ninquell as well.
Oh, me
Otherwise, we'd
too.
never have met.
If I was in an Anquil, I'd probably be dead, and I'm only partially joking on that one. That's not funny.
I, yeah, it's not. I, hmm. Well, doesn't matter. You're a very well known and loved celebrity in Dodo Studios.
I know, it's weird. People know my name, or at least they call me Calamity Dane. And I'm just like, wait, where? And then I realized
Ah,
I'm wearing the exact same outfit because I didn't change my outfit none for that role.
oh, oh, stars. That must. Oh, stars. I'm just imagining you walking down the street and people calling you Calamity Dane.
It's not as often as you'd think. Most of the people already know me just because I'm Rhode.
Mm,
Or at least my
that's,
girls know because I'm Rhode. That's what counts.
yeah, that's what counts. I'll be quite honest. I am, and here's Saul like shrugs again. Even though I work at the studios, I've never been that interested in the movies.
Why? You should. You have like infinite access to movies.
He just like shrugs again. I mean, Toby did force me into watching all of Engineer's movies, and they're great. Don't get me wrong, they're great, and I do have a
Rhode just
favorite.
like it's emotion blur as Rhode nods.
They're great, and I do have a favorite, but
What you
I
would?
guess I'm just not a I guess I'm just not a movie person.
I mean, anyways, it's not like it's not like I'm one of the biggest engineer fans out here, and like you go to work at the studio for like ever, and
Rhoda is dying.
Road, you work at the studio now.
Yeah. So I was just like, You work at the studio as well."
Yeah, but it's not the same. You've worked here for like ever and stuff. And
I
like I can't come up here all the time because I'm in Valestown. And the commute from Valestown to Toonstown is kind of a long one.
can't isn't there any way to, like, I don't know, teleportation circles?
You think I got the money for teleportation circles on top of all my other expenses? It ain't cheap running a brigade.
I suppose that's true.
I gotta make
Teleportation
sure I have
circles
only the best brisket for everyone getting together, and then sometimes we gotta rent spaces, and then I gotta make sure all the youngins are like staying in school and stuff. And sometimes if they need lunch money, I'll give them that. And then if we're going anywhere as a group, I gotta make sure I can make the bus pass for them. There's a lot that goes into that group. I love them all dearly, though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that hard being a leader.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than I thought it would be, but I'm making it work.
Are you taking care of yourself?
I sure try.
Well, that's good. Taking it's nice. Well, just remember to take care of yourself as well.
Only if you take care of yourself.
I do. I feed everyone in the STEM studio.
Yeah, it's just 'cause you feed everyone doesn't necessarily mean you're making sure you eat the right amounts too either.
I do. I do. I've never skipped meals like intentionally.
Hmm. I would argue this further, but I kind of trust I kind of trust the I trust Prim and Toba to make sure you take care of yourself too.
Prim and Toby. And you see, like, of course, as soon as you mention them, like, he flushes, his hair rises, like, hearts start, like, popping, like, near him.
Hey, you mind if I ask you something?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, when did you know that you really liked them all that much and all that stuff?
Hmm. He kind of pauses and, like, kind of leans onto Rhoda a little, because, like, he seated on the broom kind of awkwardly, and he adjusts his posture. I, well, I guess I've always kind of liked them. At least, well, it was just a crush in the beginning because Prim's very, very pretty and Tobias is very cute, and they were very, very kind people. It was just a crush. I'm Ghibli and Frank Canali. I'm about the most romantic tune you'll ever probably meet. And it was just a crush, but then we started like we started we started hanging out with each other. We went on the field trip together. And I don't know, I guess well, I realized my crush when my brother and Bob
Wait, you have a
basically
brother?
adopted.
Wait, you have a brother?
Do you know Bob the accountant?
I've small one, right? I've seen him
Yeah,
around.
the small one. Yeah, him.
Wait, y'all are related?
Not by blood, but well, I consider him my brother,
Fair
and he
enough.
considers me his brother.
It's all
Yeah.
it takes.
He grins at that, like, he looks very pleased. But, well Bob was the one to tell me that that I had a crush on them in the first place, right before I went on the field trip with them. Thanks for that, Bob. But, I during that field trip, we spent many days and nights in close quarters together, and, it's just the little things, like the way Primrose laughs, or the way Tobias smiles, or the way they act around each other and around me. Brushing shoulders together, brushing hands together, sleeping, having a sleepover together, and waking up every morning thinking, stars, stars. I wished, I wish that I could do this every single day. It's
Rhoda's pretty quiet throughout the whole thing. She's not looking back, and focused on making sure the broom's not plummeting towards Earth again. Um,
probably a good thing
yeah.
considering I'm sick
So
fool.
she just listens kinda quietly and doesn't really show her hand.
Like, it happened in moments, I already had a crush on them, at least like basic attraction, but getting to know them and getting to know all of them flaws and all, you know, I think the day I realized I was in love, like for keeps, was when Tobias confessed to me, and all I can think of was how all the stuff that I've gone through so far, all the adventures I've been, and that moment, in that moment, I've never felt as happy as I did in that moment. I guess that isn't a very clear answer, isn't it?
Nah, I mean, no. No, it's all good. Uh,
I I guess you know you're in love with someone, like in love. If you wanna, if you like spending time with them, if you like being with them, if it makes you feel happy, if spending time with them, and the thought of like holding hands or hugging or kissing or whatever things you associate with couples makes you happy, if it if they make you want to be better people, if they make you want to be a better person.
yeah. She's still trying to, like, not show her hand by not looking back and kinda just keeping her face forward, but her brow's kind of furrowed as she's trying to process all of that.
I'm rolling something really quick. Or no, then he doesn't notice anything. And like it's all kind of like grown quiet, like looking at the stars.
Well, we should probably get heading back down soon, yeah?
Hmm. I suppose so. But well, why do you ask?
I mean, is it not enough to give you excuse to ramble about your 2 favorite people in the world? Because I mean, it seemed like you really enjoyed doing that some. So
Uh,
definitely deflecting and just kinda, like, like, nudging him.
he laughs a little and snorts. Well, that's true, but I don't know. I wouldn't have expected you to have asked me that just for the hell of it.
I can't inquire about my favorite trouble. It's trouble, right?
Yeah, it's trouble.
Yeah, trouble.
All right. Although I don't see why you can't ask this of Toby and Prim. I'm sure they would both have different answers.
I mean, listen, you think I'm not gonna ask him later? I'm starting with you and working my way through y'all.
I can't. Oh my goodness. Rode, have you secretly been paparazzi this whole time? Are you just working through us, getting all the juicy gossip?
I mean, of course, I am a host of a radio show. Gotta get the juicy information somewhere. I ain't gonna tell nobody, don't worry none.
Stars. I'm very glad, quite honestly, that despite dating Prim and Toby, I haven't actually been on the radar for all the showbiz stuff.
Yeah, I'll make sure you stay out of that, don't worry none. I mean, at least I can make sure you ain't appearing on my radio show.
I'm
Gonna make
sure
sure Prim ain't calling in talking about you though.
that. Wait, did Prim ever call you on the radio show?
What? No.
No.
No, it's not like Preem's like, no, no. It's not like Preem called and was like, hey, I'm in a trouble. And I was like, I don't know what a trouble is, none. And then I got like a dozen calls after that being like, hey, this is what a trouble. And it was like, oh, that's whack. And it was like, hey, wait, three? And I don't know what the third one. It ain't nothing like that.
Is that how you found out we were in a trouble?
No, it ain't like I did that. I just said that didn't happen, none.
Never change, Road. You're amazing. And
All right. But if we're heading back down, you're gonna wanna, like, hold your hat and block your ears because your ears are definitely gonna pop some once we get back down there.
he does so kind of questioningly because he's never actually been this high up before. Like he does have the spell fly, but like for really obvious reasons, he can't really like just fly up through the clouds like that way.
Listen, when you drop down so fast, it makes your ears pop, and it ain't fun. Just block your ears.
I'm blocking them. I'm blocking them,
You can still hear me!
and he like blocks them harder.
Thank you! And Road's gonna turn to the wishing star and very quietly, could you please help me figure out how exactly I feel about Echo? Because I don't really understand it none. Anyways, thank you, bye! And then she will drop.
I'm gonna roll a con save. God, like after like as soon as the both of them land, like Sol like kind of stands up from the broom with shaky legs and like collapses on the ground.
You should have blocked yours harder.
Girl,
I mean,
uh,
of course she's gonna go over and like help him up.
and he's helped up and he's just, oh my head.
Yeah, that's what I mean, we did go really high up, and I'm probably gonna like pass out the second I get to a flight of stairs, as is tradition. But
Mm. Well, it was nice looking at the stars with you though.
hey, it was nice learning about all that fancy star stuff. I
Mm.
still don't believe that every star ain't a deity, none though.
Well, believe what you want as long as you don't stress out over it too much. And it was nice learning stuff about your patron as well.
What little I know, which is nothing.
Well, a little is always better than nothing, at the very least. And
There
hey,
is it.
he nudges sort of. If you're ever down, we should probably spar sometime.
Oh man, we got fancy school magic and then gun magic. Hope you're ready for that. Also, hope you're ready to fall down these stairs that we're about to go down, because I don't think we're gonna make.
Oh my god, they just both fall down the stairs.
Yep.
And like there's like that toony like frame cut and like it's just them bouncing down the stairs, bouncing. I'm gonna roll something really quick. Just for the fun of it. We bounced down 22 steps.
They get to the bottom, there's stars circling overhead. Hey, maybe we should have just done this instead of flying. Look, I see the stars now.
Oh yeah, look at all these pretty stars. Look,
And
Rose, yours are blue.
blue. And I
Blue.
think it probably fades out on these two, very much dizzy and absolutely void of brain cells after that.
You're
And
saying that as if they've had brain cells to begin with.
yeah, well, now they have even less. 0 times 0 is still 0, but
Actually, before we fade out completely, though.
Hmm?
Oh shit, that's a fumble. Okay, so Sal was actually like going to give like Rhodes something, and he kind of still dizzy. He takes off his hat and reaches into it, and because he's so dizzy, he doesn't get what he wants, and instead gets an 18. He gets a recipe book stuffed full with papers, and he looks at it and it's just like, no, that's not it. Puts it back.
grabby hands.
That's a 5. I don't actually know if 5 works or if 5's like still doesn't work because I know it's like half half. It does not. Yes, good. He reaches back in.
The same recipe book.
No, he takes out like a pair of bone heels, which Road you probably recognize as the ones he wore during the incident report.
Go back to the recipe book.
Oh, I can show you that one sometime. And he puts the heels back into the hat and he tries again.
You're just not having good luck.
Yeah, he reaches in again, and this time he takes out the spatula. Oh, it's Angie's animus gift, and he kind of like does like he kind of does some like practice swings at it, which thankfully do not hit Road.
Oh my
All
god.
right, okay, finally he puts the spatula back, and he finally pulls out like a little plushie, and he like gives it
Oh,
to Road.
I want to go back to the cooking book.
I can well I won't give you the cooking book. It's mine, but I can show
Darn.
you that one as well. But here, plushie for you. I got it from Ghibli.
Takes it, squishes it, probably like props it up as a pillow in like part of the stairwell. I love him. I'm
I
gonna name you Angie Junior, 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 Junior.
I can't believe Angie is and he starts like taking on the fingers. Great grandfather.
I can't count. I'm gonna sleep right here, I think.
Do
Good
you have
night,
a concussion?
stars.
Is Rod just gonna fall asleep right there on the stairs?
And those shoes moved.
And like Sal watches Rod fall asleep. And like Sal like looks up at like where they've fallen down. Doesn't seem like there's anyone here. It's getting late. He's already finished cooking. It's late. He's tired. He he like he like looks at Ruth and it's just like, all right, if you can't beat them, join them, I guess. And he just takes off his coat and like kind of pats like rolls it up and just like pats like the stairwell with him and just like uses that as a pillow and sleeps next to Ruth.
There are 2 warlocks. Sleep in the stairwell. Please be quiet. They need their rest.
God,
And we've
knowing Dodo Studios, it's gonna end up with like the entire like studio gang like piled in on this like
oh
stairs.
god. But I think now we fade out on the 2 of them, gently falling asleep, probably a few stars still swirling around them because just because.
Dumbasses.
Dumbasses. Affectionate.
Hey,
But thank you all for tuning in to our, little FPS with, Road and Cell.
hey,
That's
that was
it.
very
Go
fun
home
lunch.
now.
That's very fun lunch. Thank you so much for
That
playing
was
with
very
me.
fun. Thanks for, doing it with me on, like, such short notice.
I am like still like I am looking directly at Road and Echo, and I am so mad that Saul failed his inside role. I was that close to using a luck point just so that I could have him call it out.
Ugh, but, I don't know if people recording have stopped recording, but goodbye!
Bye.